for the bullseye.
Here we go, semi-finals time. Peter Snakebite Wright, the world champion, and for my money right now, the best player on the planet, against Devon Petersen, the South African #1, who finds himself in the semi-finals of a ranking event in PDC darts for the first time in his career. Peter Wright matches the bullseye that Devon hit, then pulls 25. A face at him. Will he be pulling a face at him here? Or is it going to be Dev's turn?
Devon's on the bull, and we'll throw first.
There we go. So, 1st to 7 in the semi-finals. Devon Petersen, the first South African, I believe, to make a ranking semi-final in PDC darts. Can he be the first to make a final? He has hit an astonishing number of 180s today. 21. Very, very good 180 hitting. But Peter Wright is averaging more than 105 for the day. It was up towards 108. And then Glenn Durran,
100.
He was 13 points off that, but still won it 6-1. Nobody's got close to beating Peter Wright so far today. Devon has had a couple of close scrapes.
140.
6-5 wins over Rob Cross just now. And he started the day by beating Harry Ward 6-5. But he's averaging more than 102 himself. We've never seen that from Devon Petersen. Not for a whole day, not over this many games.
100.
He's done a lot of work over the last year with Wayne Mardle on his throw, on his technique.
91.
And he's been talking for a long while about how things are getting better. He's finding ways to unlock more of his talent. And it's all coming together here in Wigan today. Can it come together enough to beat the world champion? And a man who is playing better darts than anyone, in my opinion, right now.
$60.
Just the 60 from Devon. Wright will get a look at the same shot. And he's not going to take it out either. Well, stubbornly staying on that treble 20 is a feature of Peter Wright's play, and a feature of Peter Wright's play is also that he hits it. Treble 18 or bull. Went the 18s route, and Devon, after starting strongly in this leg, has only hit one big treble in his last
86.
Well, two big trebles in his last 3 visits. Leaves him double top.
$60.
Well, 2 misses from Snakebite, the number 4 seed here today. Devon Petersen, unseeded.
Game shot.
And it's the unseeded player who steals a march and holds his throw to take the opening leg. They have met 5 times before. Peter Wright has won 3, but Devon has won a couple.
180. $91. $140.
Oh, Peter Wright, at some point you think he's just going to settle into the sorts of rhythms that he's had at times today against Scott Mitchell, against Adrian Gray, against Darren Webster. His first 3 games of the day, he was averaging nearly 110. He'd only lost 3 legs. 6-2 against Webster, 106. 6-0 against Gray, 120 average. And Scott Mitchell, 6-1 with best part of 107. If he hits that kind of form over the next 45 minutes, he's not going to be stopped. I don't think he can be. Whether it be Devon, whether it be Gowen Price, the world number 3, or whether it be Steve Lennon, who, like Devon, is having perhaps the best day of his Pro Tour career. 57 leaves tops.
$39.
Devon just resetting. This has not been a good leg, and he hasn't had many of those today. Just look at his averages.
52.
But even Devon, who's got a lot of experience in this game, of course. Double 10. Under no pressure.
57.
But Devon's also got a lot of experience in this game, but he doesn't have any experience of playing in semi-finals of big events. You know, this is new for him.
140. Game shot.
So 2-0. Sorry, 1-1, beg your pardon. My word.
140.
Devon Petersen on the left-hand side of this draw, as you like. Peter Wright, you're thinking, well, he should be there, shouldn't he? But he's only number 4 seed today. Petersen has come through that section of the draw where Michael van Gerwen was, the top seed. So that's his spot that he's taken. MVG beaten by the young German Christian Bunser, who in turn
100.
was beaten by Rob Cross, who in turn was beaten by Devon Petersen.
$100. 44.
Frustration for Big Dev. Needs to stay on the 20s. Is he trying to jam it in the bottom right? Yeah, you could see how he's done that. He's coming from the right-hand side to use that first dart in the treble 20. And he's used it expertly.
177.
And that is a magnificent set-up shot from Devon Petersen. Now then. Peter Wright to break the throw. Needs to find the 60. Cannot do so. And the 177 from Devon Petersen, invaluable. Looked as if it might be wasted, but double top is there. 4 perfect darts from Devon Petersen. Holds his throw again. If he keeps on holding his throw, that'll be enough. And Peter Wright will be condemned to going out in the latter stages of a Pro Tour event for the 5th time running.
100.
Quarter-final, quarter-final, semi-final, semi-final. He's in the semis again. It has taken special stuff to stop Peter Wright, but special stuff has been produced every single Pro Tour event so far.
$129.
Big Dev today has not had a game where his average
100.
has been below 97.7. Now, we often talk about, you know, people winning these tournaments by averaging round about the 100 mark. And indeed, averaging round about where Devon Petersen is, around the 102. That's a really good day if you do that. But to not have a single game below almost 98 in the averages.
91.
When this is his 6th game of the day, that just shows how consistent he's been, and that is title-winning stuff potentially.
$100.
Another in there. Bullseye. Oh my word.
145.
So close. Peter Wright gets 2 darts.
Game shot.
And 2 darts is what he needs. Snakebite does level the game up again, but Devon Petersen is causing all kinds of problems for Peter Wright.
180.
And that is another maximum. 22 for the day. Nobody has hit more than Devon Petersen so far today here in Wigan. When he's been talking about the work he's done on his throw
60.
with Wayne Mardell, he's been talking about just getting his backlift right. He doesn't have much of a backlift, Devon Petersen.
91.
And so all of that power to get the dart to the board has to come from a sort of explosive push forward and release. Now, he's trying to get it so he's got a little bit more backlift, and he's letting it go at the right time every single time. He calls it
140.
the sweet spot. It's still a very short backlift, but it's not as short as it has been.
140.
And he's finding that sweet spot now, isn't he? Big Dev. Potential 11 darter coming in, and again he's averaging around the 100 mark.
125.
Does he stay there? Well, that's the issue, isn't it?
82.
Yeah, that's the problem with going that route. If you come away with a bullseye second dart, not only do you not get a dart, but it leaves you on the double four. And if you start chasing around, you can end up in double one. All gets a bit panicky. Might get more panicky when the world champion's bearing down on you. Leaving himself tops after 12.
Game
Does
shot.
not matter. Expertly done. 13 darter. Holds his throw. Big Dev, not quite halfway in this one, but he's managed to fend off Snake Bites, the world champion at the moment.
180.
It will be difficult to keep fending him off if he goes into overdrive, as we've seen him do more than once today.
140.
I can tell you over on the other streaming board, Steve Lennon, the Irishman, against the Welshman Gerwyn Price. Lennon is having the better of it, but forget about that,
180.
because Peter Wright has gone back-to-back 180s on a day where he has been throwing darts from the gods.
100.
Snake Bite is threatening the perfect leg. Treble 20. That's 7. Treble 19. Oh, my word.
89.
He went 6 darts into it earlier on. He's gone 7 darts into it there.
$60.
Well, double top for Snakebite.
Game shot.
A lovely shot of it there. It is a 12 darter for Snakebite. 3 apiece in this one. It's back to Devon to see if he can carry on holding his throw. Wright's average has climbed to 106, and that just looks normal for him today. Indeed, that's pretty much his average for the day. Steve Lennon and Gerwyn Price level at 2 apiece in their
100.
game. The other half of the draw. Lennon, not a man who has made a major final before. In fact, overlooked for the Premier League
140.
challengers this year. Willie O'Connor, the Irishman, to get that spot in Dublin, which will be next week on Thursday, in fact.
$60. $97.
Peter Wright needs to fill this up, and that's a perfect start. Surely from there. Oh,
180.
spectacular. And all of a sudden, Devon Petersen, when it looked like he might be comfortable in establishing a 4-3 advantage,
58.
now does not look comfortable. In fact, he may be looking a little bit worried.
$90.
Treble 18 required. And pinned. 1 dart, double 16 for 4-3.
$90.
And Wright is poised. Oh, a slip. Recovers for double 8. And Peter Wright, the first dart was not good. The next 2 were perfect. He gets the break of throw he needs. And the world champion, despite 101 average from Devon Petersen, is throwing to open up a gap. He has been able to just punish over and over again.
140.
Any mistake against him today, and then just pull away from people. Darren Webster beaten 6-2. Adrian Gray whitewashed without getting a dart at double, and 120 average from Peter Wright. Scott Mitchell, a world
100.
champion himself, 6-1 he was beaten. Glenn Durrant, a 3-time world champion, beaten 6-1. And Ryan Joyce got closer than anybody else, and he was still beaten by 6 legs to 3.
100.
He has only dropped 7 legs coming into this semi-final, Peter Wright.
$60.
While Petersen kept on keeping him at bay, not seeing the world champion go in front. He was playing some good
100.
darts. Can he do it now that Peter Wright has just edged ahead? Because you're seeing him start to shake his head, and the pressure will be
100.
telling. He's had some battles. Last leg deciders against Harry Ward and Rob Cross. Not even thinking about the 161 checkout, Peter Wright.
130. $57.
15 for double 8. Is that the route? It is. And no pressure from Big Dev.
Game shot.
Means a 14 darter is all Peter Wright needs to go 5-3 up. 2 legs up, 2 legs away from a spot in the final. Back-to-back quarters in the first weekend of Pro Tour action. Back-to-back semis in the second weekend. And the third weekend, Peter Wright might be about to start off with a final. And look, the way he's been playing, it looked from very early on today like Peter Wright was the man to beat. But when you're in the same bit of the draw
57.
as the likes of Michael van Gerwen, same half as Rob Cross, you're not really sure. Scott Mitchell was on the same board, and yet Peter Wright has blasted everybody out of the way so far.
$140.
Well, there you see. Even when Peter Wright is low in the treble 20 bed, whether he's low or whether he's high, he can find a way to stick his darts in there. It is, I keep using the word, it's like surgery.
96.
Just picks spots. Picks tiny little holes in the board to go for and hits them alarmingly regularly.
100.
Doesn't work on this occasion. Can't get to a finish. There is only 1 point in it, though, and Devon. Oh, so many positives to take away from today for Devon Petersen. But it looks too big a task to turn this around against Wright. We shall see.
100.
Great dart. Double 16. Next door for double 8. Is that first one in the way? No, it is not. Double 8 is there for Devon. Another 15 darter holds his throw. It is down to Peter Wright to do the same and move within 1 of the final. World champion, the Masters champion.
140.
Steve Lennon is on top against Gerwyn Price. The Grand Slam champ is averaging only around 90. That's 10 points less than Steve Lennon. He trails 5-3. Steve Lennon might be about to make his first ranking final in the PDC. If Devon Petersen can turn this around, we are guaranteed a new winner on the PDC Tour today. If he can't, could be Peter Wright versus Steve Lennon.
55.
Which is something we saw in the final of the World Cup of Darts, of course, last year.
$100. 136.
Nicely done by Devon. Leaves himself 170. Peter Wright on 164. He will not take it out.
63.
Well, to beat a player like Peter Wright right now, you need something special, something huge, something inspired. This might be it. Oh, Devon.
36.
Devon Petersen, for the second time in this match, misses bullseye for the 170. And Peter Wright to punish, as he's been punishing all day. Double 16. This time there's a miss. And Petersen, this has to go.
Game shot.
And it does go. A fabulous start from Big Devon. An awkward double, but one made to look simple. He levels this game up. It is now a best-of-3 contest, and Devon Petersen has the throw in 2 of those legs.
60. $140.
Well, Peter Wright, a feature of his play on the Pro Tour so far this year is that when he's gone behind, when he's been in a hole, he's managed to find extra gears. It was an incredible game last weekend where he won 4 or 5 legs on the spin to beat A.D. Lewis 6-5, both men averaging 105. Devon Petersen before today had gone out in round 1 of every single event, and look at the way he's playing here. He might be about to beat Peter Wright
100.
and make his first final. Nobody's averaging more than Peter on the Pro Tour. Nobody's played more games or won more games on the Pro Tour this year than Peter Wright.
134.
He's hit more 180s in average. He's leading in every single facet except for titles. Does it change today?
140.
Big visit from Wright. He's first to a finish.
$93.
Important last start from Petersen. 1 treble required for him. 1 treble required for Wright, but he'd need the bullseye at the end. And it is the bullseye.
96.
And Snakebite does not strike Petersen. 54 tops. Great dart. Double top for Big Devon.
74.
Oh, and the wire moved.
Game
The
shot.
world champ is back on top, a 14 darter, and Devon Petersen, that 1 dart at double top. Will he be left to rue that? Will he be thinking about that all night tonight in his hotel here in Wigan?
$180. $57.
It might be the end, at least for today, for Big Dev. 4 perfect darts for Wright. But in this situation, when somebody has pushed him more than anybody so far today,
134.
just getting the win is all that matters. Using the bull leaves him a checkout that does not require the bullseye. Petersen, ton 40 he needs, and he's not going to get it.
6.
Well, Devon Petersen, there have been little moments in this game. Twice he missed the bullseye for a 170. And he turns his hands up. He felt like he could have won this. Peter Wright will not win it at this visit.
160.
But the one that will really haunt him is that 1 missed dart, the double top for a 6-5 lead in a race to 7. Peter Wright is getting darts for the final.
100.
Once again, he has averaged well over a ton. And
Game,
once
stop, and
again,
match.
Snakebite cannot be stopped. Big Devon, the first time that he'd made a ranking semi-final in the PDC, a huge day for him. It was very nearly enormous, but that one missed dart on the 11th leg, punished by Snakebite, and he finds himself in his first Pro Tour final of the year. He is playing magnificently. Will that continue, and will he pick up his first Pro Tour title against either Steve Lennon or Gerwyn Price there in a last leg decider over on the other streaming board?